We've had a rough week.
Yeah, we've had a really
fucking rough week.
All right, we ready to rock and roll? This is REKT Podcast. I am Bunchu Betts, alongside my wonderful co-hosts. Chamber, how are you?
I am feeling great now that we're live and rolling. We have had nothing but technical effing difficulties all week, and it's nice to be heard. My voice needs to be heard by the masses, and we've disappointed at least myself over the last few days.
I've been very disappointed, also in you.
Fair. That's fair enough.
And we're also here with the one and only Cynthia Wood. Cynthia, how are you today?
I am fantastic. Very sober, but I'm so good.
Very sober is the way we need to be after the way this first part of the week has gone. So for those of you listening now that have usually come to expect the REKT Podcast coming out on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Diligently. Right. I mean, we've been pretty darn good with that.
You could set your watch by it.
You could, and we will at some point be able to be setting our watches to the live stream. But so we tried to record on Sunday with a very special guest, Marco Piraboom. Right now it's the lost tapes. We'll see. We might have salvaged it, but so it didn't work. We lost all of the audio. So Marco was kind enough to come back and let us record with him again on Tuesday.
The second time.
and we lost all of that.
God, could you get any worse luck?
So I almost retired from the podcasting game, and so, just a colossal disappointment, but we are back. We are here. Before we get started, I have a couple things to do, and a couple little shout-outs. REKT Podcast, brought to you by Honey Miner. If you want to start mining but never had the technical skills or time, Honey Miner's the answer. Honey Miner is the one-click install mining software that allows you to mine Bitcoin immediately. So what are you waiting for? Go to honeyminer.com and start mining Bitcoin while you sleep today. That's honeyminer.com, Twitter @GetHoneyMiner, and Telegram, t.me/honeyminer. And then we also want to give a great shout out to Biz Money, who is producing these these Twitchcasts for us. So Biz is working on his own cryptocurrency, Blur Network. It is a private peer-to-peer transaction cryptocurrency, CPU mineable, ASIC resistant, and there's you can't mine it in pools, so it is meant to be strictly private here, and
a currency for the people.
That's right. We are ready to rock and roll. So let's get started here.
They can't see us on the stream. They're saying they can't see or hear us. A big delay.
Well, the funny part is I'm naked, so that ruined I guess that'll keep them surprised. But
my eyes are burning.
Can they only not see us, or can they hear us?
I don't know.
I think there's just a little bit of a delay is all.
Man, this is highly...
That's all right.
That's all right. We're going to keep going. So, anyway,
whatever.
Here's what we got today. We got a couple awesome segments. If, in fact, you can't see us, you can always listen to us. We will put this out as a podcast tomorrow. So let's get right to it. We are going to the news. Chamber, you going to start off?
I sure am. So, a lot of big stuff happening. One of the most popular news magazines, Time. Is it Time Life or is it just Time now? I forget.
I think it's
just Time.
Time, yeah.
Has, sorry here, just pulling it up. Has released a list of the top 50 new startups, and has listed a blockchain company on that top 50. So that's the first one ever on the list, which obviously is a pretty big deal. The name of the company is called Bitland. What they're doing is working to put land title agreements on the blockchain in Africa. Apparently, obviously, you can imagine the systems within the governments of different African countries aren't probably as top-notch as maybe in North America. Mm-hmm. So you could see blockchain probably needing making a big difference there. What do you guys think of something like that?
That's pretty interesting.
You want to know a secret behind that news story too? Yes. I lost the news article, couldn't read it, and that was all from memory.
Look at you, Chamber.
I'm kind of impressed.
I'm super impressed.
People out there listening, don't let him impress you too much. That means he couldn't find his own pop-up windows and had to.
You have no idea how many pop-ups I have right now. I'm going crazy.
And he had to take the whole thing from memory. I think it's pretty. Here's the thing, Chamber. I love when you riff. And I could see it in your eyes that you were. I could see the panic. I could see the panic going on in your eyes. And
I can always see it in you guys' eyes now. If you cut out or you can't hear us, or you forget something, I can see the look of panic on your faces, and I'm like, oh shit.
That's why I'm wearing sunglasses, so I can do this entire thing. But anyway, in your eyes, isn't that a Shill Collins song?
That's right. I think so. It might be Genesis. I'm not sure.
It might be.
Is that Genesis Vision? I guess.
Anyway, so I think that's a cool news story. I think. I mean, while we're talking about it, we're talking about real estate on the blockchain. Cynthia, would you like to add what you are doing tomorrow?
I am waking up way too early, which is why I'm completely sober tonight, which is no fun.
Yay!
My company B App, we are setting up a booth at the Jacksonville Tech Summit. I think it's Tech Innovation Summit. But yeah, so we're going to be on display there with a big, super cool booth, and I'm going to be there tomorrow in Jacksonville, Florida, if you're nearby, from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Awesome. So
I'm sorry, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.?
That's what time the conference is going on. Yeah. And I have to be there at 5:30 to set up and all that.
That's
garbage.
Too much time.
Yeah.
Well, talk to people about what B is if they don't know.
B is twofold. It's all mobile app, and we are doing debt consolidation services and also mortgages, obviously on the blockchain. But it's all from your phone. You never have to step foot in a bank or an office or talk to anybody, and you can do it all on your phone. It's kind of like a Robinhood for mortgages plus blockchain.
That sounds hot. So
it's super hot.
If we're talking about, real estate on the blockchain in Africa, you can definitely see how that would be innovative and needed. And then you take it one step further to what we can do here in North America and the U.S. And you can talk about doing, real estate titles, mortgages on the blockchain.
What we say internally and talking to people is that in 3 years from now, we hope to be able to go from, applying for a mortgage to closing in 5 days versus up to 30 days plus. Holy now.
Shit, really?
Yeah, it's insane. It's a terrible process. It's very inefficient. And once we get titles and stuff on the blockchain and get it all automated, it's going to be good news.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Smooth sailing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because when I eventually move out of an apartment and into a home, I will be knocking on your door. Anyway,
pull up that app on your phone and click.
That's right. Next news story here: 0 to 30 Bitcoin ATMs come to Argentina as peso dives and inflation soars. So, title says it all here. So, we're seeing more and more of these currencies in other countries around the world taking a dive, mass inflation, everything like that. And this is a call for Bitcoin. This is what we talked about it a little on the Marco Piraboom Lost tapes, but this is the use case, right? I mean, you're going to see a lot more of these countries. I think we even talked about Africa on that podcast the other day. We talked about countries like Africa, Venezuela, everything like that with these huge... Obviously, Africa is a continent, not a country.
A lot of people
just to clarify.
But just to catch my own mistake there. But, you're going to see this happening more and more. I think the thing that's interesting about this is whenever we see these hyperinflation countries, I love the charts that pop up about the usage of like local bitcoins and how much that's growing, and people are turning to things like crypto and Bitcoin. And so this says regional ambitions. The U.S. firm is planning on installing 150 crypto ATMs in Argentina before the close of next year, with 80% of them being cryptocurrency operational in the course of the first few months of 2019. So I think that's a pretty awesome thing. Have any of you guys ever seen or used a crypto ATM?
I did.
I've seen one. Never used one.
Yeah, so I had a company, year-end Christmas kind of party thing going on. We were at a bar, and we had to do like a Secret Santa, which I fucking hate. Whatever.
All right, finish this story, and then I want to go back to why you hate Secret Santas.
So obviously this was mid-December, when I'm a genius in crypto, by the way.
Oh, of course.
Everybody was a genius.
This is when you were winning, right?
Obviously. So I'm like, well, I'll just get Bitcoin for this person. I'm like, smart gift, right?
Great gift.
It was like $50 worth of Bitcoin in December of 2017.
Now it's like 5 cents.
now it's worth $10.
Yeah, but the fees were pretty high because mid-December I was an expert on Bitcoin and I knew what the prices should be.
Right.
Was a little higher, I remember. So I'm assuming that's the transaction fee and whatnot, right?
Oh, yeah, well, it's funny you say that because I also, around Christmas time, thought it would be a great idea to give my godson some Bitcoin on a paper, printed out paper wallet.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got this guy.
Yeah, and so I did $100 in Bitcoin, and the fees on my $100 in Bitcoin at that time, I paid like $30 more in fees. Anyway, so why do you hate Secret Santas? I need to hear the rest of this.
I just don't like people that much. I think is really what comes down to it.
So you don't like to be forced. You don't like to be forced to buy somebody something.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think it's like, oh, hey, we're all friends here. That's great. No, I don't like that. But that being said, I did get an awesome gift of like the person that got me a gift.
You're one of those people.
I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty awesome. So I got like we had gone to see. We were both big NWA fans when we were younger.
Like fuck the police, NWA.
Yeah.
Shut up. Okay. That's amazing.
So we had gone to see Straight Outta Compton at the theater.
Oh, okay.
So we had this running joke. We were in Toronto at the time, and we were in kind of like the high end part of Toronto, like where all the millionaires live. And there's this like outdoor.
Is that where Drake is?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. So okay. It's this outdoor, super high end mall that has this insane movie theater. So we go there to watch it, and it's all like served. You have waiters and stuff that come and serve you drinks and stuff while you're watching the movie. And we thought it was hilarious that we were seeing this like big from the streets movie while getting served like charcuterie and beers.
Charcuterie, SAT word. That's fantastic.
But yeah, so he got me the NWA Straight Outta Compton record for my Secret Santa. So I thought
that's pretty tight.
Pretty cool. Yeah, as a memento of our date together.
You're having a lot of mandates here, and I'm a little jealous.
All right, one day.
Yeah, I mean, well, we already said we're gonna do a bang bang whenever that happens.
We're definitely doing a bang bang.
All right, so that's our news. For those in the chat that are finally just joining us, Cynthia not drinking tonight. She's got to be at the conference at 5 a.m. That's bright and early. We are going to a new segment here that we actually kicked off with Marco on the Lost tapes, which we may be able to salvage here. But we are going to go back to it. The segment is called No FOMO.
Warning, do not enter this game if you're under 18 years old.
So, Chamber, give us the background of this segment, and then I'll kind of I'll navigate the coins that are the no FOMOs here.
So I thought, because we were the REKT podcast, we know about being wrecked, and maybe we're a little bit wiser now that time's gone on, and maybe we know some of the warning signs. And one of the big warning signs is FOMO. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly. So as a public service, I thought it would be a good idea to warn the people out there of some of the coins that are pumping extremely hard, as to not, buy other people's bags and buy the tops of these pumps. So maybe coins to maybe just sit back a minute on, don't necessarily market buy these things, and let it breathe to see what actually happens. You might be able to pick it up at a better price.
Yeah, I think the idea is fantastic because look, I mean, would you in your if you were single, I feel like the opening line of your dating profile would be top buyer.
Yeah, top buyer. Power top.
Yeah, power top buyer. Because you generate a lot of the power that you're buying these tops.
A lot of people don't know that.
They don't. You're an otter.
That's right.
Anyway, so Chamber, power top buyer. So the coins today that were up the most, one of them actually was the same coin that was up with Marco about 2 days ago. So when we originally did this, it was up 88%, and the coin was ranked 78 or about 80 on CoinMarketCap, and that was Eternal Token, XET. So today it is still up about another 30.33%. So this thing is, it's going crazy. It's got a 2x already in the last week.
I think I'm going to buy it.
So hold on. Now we're going to go a step further here, because I did a tiny bit of due diligence here because do you know what XET is?
I didn't know it. You told me it was in the top 100?
It was like 78 the other day.
I've never even heard of it before.
It was like 78 the other day, and now it's 53. So now it's sitting here. So it's done a 2x. It's 53. So I'm just going to read you here the title of this article, by the way, is from 7 days ago. What is Mysterious Eternal Token, and why has it gained over 640% in a week? Okay, so if this doesn't shout red fucking flags at you, like, this is just crazy. So I still can't figure out what the damn token is. Hold on. It says here, XET is a proxy token that can be exchanged with Eternal Coin, XEC, a centralized digital currency issued and overseen by the Japanese Atom Solutions at a 1 to 10. Oh, so it sounds like it's at a 1 to 10 ratio. So it sounds like it might be a fork or a second coin of XEC. It says, converted to XEC, the token can then be used for international payments via the exchange with existing cryptocurrencies. Okay. There you go. So this is exactly why you shouldn't FOMO into this coin, because it's basically sounds like it was a 1 to 10 ratio kind of fork or side chain of XEC. Okay, so that makes a little more sense here. So the next token on this list, number 74, Noah coin.
That's a negative Ghost Rider.
Noah coin.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm an alt guy. I don't know that one.
You're alt something. The Noah project. The Noah project, started in 2016, is a cryptocurrency platform focused primarily on enhancing the Japan-Philippines trade and market. That's all I can see on this. There's a ton of pictures of people who are in this project, and that's just right on the about thing here. So Noah Coin up 30% today, and the last one on this list, just your top three here, is Nexo, Nexo, up 25%. The world's first instant crypto-backed loans. That sounds a little like Salt, and we've all seen what happened to Salt.
I got a bag of salt.
Yeah, I'm sure. I had a bag of salt. I have long since capitulated on my bag of salt. All right, so that's no FOMO. I think, Chamber, it's kind of like our due diligence to we deserve, we get to have a lot of awesome and smart people on.
Yes, it's the least we could do, the very least.
And they always talk to us about all the great projects that they think are out there, and these are our contribution back to, hey, maybe stay away, learn something from us.
Take a breath. Take a breath.
Take a breath. As Luke Martin says, move slow.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
quality advice.
That's no FOMO. So we are going into a fun segment here. I want some, if the chat can see us at this point, participation in the chat.
I think we're back.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Cynthia, are you even ready for this, Jelly? I don't know if you are. All right, so we got two good ones in a row.
Jelly.
So we are. This is exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so yes. It is October. It is the month of Halloween. So we have seen a ton of crypto Twitter avatars change to Halloween. I've changed my own thanks to OG REKT for making us our cool crypto, Halloween avatars. So we're going to have some fun here. We are going to draft our favorite Halloween candies.
I take you to the candy shop. I let you the knowledge drop.
So, how this will work, we have a draft order that I randomly selected before you got on, but I did. Chamber was here for it.
Yeah. Witness.
And we're going to pick snake draft. We're going to pick our top 4 Halloween candies. So, Cynthia, you actually got the first pick. So you were going to pick first and then fourth. And you're gonna pick your first one.
I already
I'm
know
gonna pick
I'll
one.
even have to
Chamber's
think
gonna
about
pick
it.
one, and then back down around. All right, so you can lead us off. What do you got? And we're see that I think that's the right
number
overall.
That is the right, because that's who I was thinking. That's the LeBron James of picks.
Yeah, Chamber, there was no way that was getting to you at 3.
I'm just saying.
So I'm going to try to go a little, I'm not sure if this is going to be cheating. And if it is cheating, you can call me out. I'm going to go a little off the beaten track here. I'm going to go with any.
God.
It doesn't matter the candy. So you know how, now you know how when you go to.
You take the field?
Well, no, not the field. Let me finish. You go to a house and you get the candy, and it's usually either a fun size Snickers or whatever. It's a smaller version.
You cannot say any fun
candy,
size,
right?
Yeah.
So, no, I'm going the opposite. I'm going any full size. So it doesn't matter what it is. If it's the full size of it, that person wins Halloween. That's the house you want to go to.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I don't care.
That's a candy.
You can. It's just any full size version of the candy they give you.
That's where you go to the rich neighborhoods for trick or treating.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Exactly. That's all right. So So the first off the board is Reese, and the second one is any full size version of a candy. Chamber, you are up. You get 2 in a row.
All right. I'm going Snickers.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is the tough one.
Don't say mine.
I'm going Snickers.
Damn it! That was mine.
Twix.
fuck, Twix is
Yes.
If you didn't go Twix, I was going Twix. Cynthia, you would have never gotten Twix back around because I go now.
You thought you were walking out of here with peanut butter cup and Twix? Get out of my face.
That's a draft of all drafts. Yeah. So, okay, I'm gonna go.
Damn it,
oh man, this makes
one.
it difficult.
Don't
I could have gone Twix, but I went. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay in the chocolate family here, and I'm gonna go with Kit Kat.
That's a solid pick.
Kit Kat bar. All right, so Cynthia,
I'm gonna destroy you guys, by the way, with my next picks.
Man,
Just
this must be Canadian stuff. All right, go ahead, Cynthia, you're up.
Chocolate. And
out of chocolate.
Skittles.
Skittles.
I love me some
Interesting.
Skittles.
Interesting. All right. Just before we get going, before we go, actually, Cynthia, you have 2 picks on this one. You go back to back.
God, people always talk about me freaking vaping in this chat. It's like they don't know people that vape.
Well,
okay.
Because they can watch you.
I think I'm gonna stay out of the chocolate again. And I'm going to go with Starburst. When you get those little, the little 2 mini ones, and it's like 2 red ones, or like a red and a pink, and you're like, jackpot.
Yeah. That you just lost.
All right, side note really quick.
Else?
What's the best Starburst and what's the worst?
Strawberry.
Is that's the pink one?
Red? Yeah.
The pink one's the best one, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's easy. All right, so Cynthia has Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Skittles, Starburst. I have any full size and Kit Kat, and Chamber has Snickers and Twix. So it is my pick.
No, Dumb says a Payday.
I'm gonna just
Payday. I can't get
Payday. That's because Dumb's a grown ass man,
disgusting.
and he wants a grown ass candy bar.
Okay, so I'm gonna go towards what Chamber's first pick was, but I'm gonna tell you why. So this is more of a personal pick. I'm not sure how it will play to the masses. I'm gonna go with Milky Way.
Yeah, the dark chocolate Milky Way.
And I'm going Milky Way because I mean, it's basically Snickers without the nuts, and so I'm not a huge peanut guy, except for
I don't do
Reese.
nuts.
You know what I mean?
I
don't like the crunch as much. So I'm going Milky Way. Now, Chamber, you have 2 to finish it out.
Damn it.
I'm win right here. All right, you ready, guys?
Okay.
This is where I win. This is where Chamber wins the game. First of my 2 picks, bag of Doritos. Okay.
What?
No.
Bag of Doritos.
Is that a Canadian thing? Who gives out Doritos?
Do you guys not get little mini?
No.
Do you guys not get mini bags of chips?
No, people do it. People do it. I personally hate those people, but
love them. Mini bag of Doritos is delicious.
Chain.
Number 4.
Dumb says fuck yeah, Doritos.
They don't do that in the South. What is wrong with y'all?
All right. Mini bag of Doritos, and the last pick for the win.
Oh shit!
Butterfinger.
Shit!
Motherfucker, that was why I thought I could get away with.
How could I forget about Butterfinger?
Man.
God
I think
bless
Chamber's
America.
gonna win this thing.
Guys, you guys didn't even make it fair. You guys should have had 5 picks.
I thought you were gonna leave Butterfinger for me on the last one, because I wasn't sure if you were gonna go something Canadian or not.
I was, for the record.
Ew,
I was gonna go Coffee
the?
Crisp, but I know you guys don't have that.
Right, so I thought you were gonna do something like that, and then I would be able to steal Butterfinger. Okay.
No.
Damn it! I lost.
How about this is a popular one. It's not my favorite personally, but I'm gonna pick it here to try to salvage my draft. I'm going Mr. Goodbar.
Ew!
That's a tasty treat.
That's like grandpa candy.
It's a tasty
Mr.
treat.
Goodbar.
No, sometimes you want some grandpa candy.
Hey, sometimes you feel like a nut.
No,
sometimes you don't.
No, I do like those. What's the almond joys without the almonds?
So,
Like just
Cynthia,
the coconut. Mounds.
Yeah, that's mounds. That's mounds. All right, you've got the last pick.
I think I've made a best friend of Dumb. By the way, I'm like, me and
he
Dumb
likes my
are on the
grandpa
same
candy
wavelength.
comment.
Your draft is. All right, so Cynthia, you've got the last pick. What do you choose? Yeah, you've got the last one.
I mean, you can have as many picks as you want. You lost.
You can have Mounds.
I do have some Mounds.
Almond Joy? Oh.
Yeah, why not?
You going with Mounds? All right, so Cynthia's
that's
going
good.
Mounds.
No, that's a good treat.
That might play out. All right, so a final score here is Cynthia chooses Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Skittles, Starburst, Mounds. I went with any full size, Kit Kat, Milky Way, Mr. Goodbar. That's not a terrible draft.
Nope, not wrong with that.
And Chamber, I think going into the vote will be the odds-on favorite. Snickers, Twix, Dorito bag, mini Dorito bag, and Butterfingers. The Dorito bag's gonna be that's the hill you're gonna. That's
Absolutely.
the hill. No,
I have never in my life seen a bag
People
of
are either
chips
gonna
in my
respect
Halloween
that.
candy. Who the never?
Really? So for the record, it's not just Doritos. It's mini bag of Doritos, mini bag of plain chips, mini bag of Cheesies or Cheetos, whatever you prefer there.
Cheesies.
I'm just shaking my head at this garbage.
What do you call them?
It's garbage.
Just saying.
Well, I think. So I think that's the hill you're going to die on. People will either respect the mini bag of chips or they're going
judging
to.
by the
Have
chat,
you guys ever gotten like an
I'm
apple
gonna win this one by
or like the house that gives you fruit?
Okay, so let's.
No, it's because you have a murderer
It's like
on
the
your
dentist.
streets. That's all
Yeah,
that is.
okay, so some of the worst ones. Actually, we should save this. We'll do one for next week.
For sure.
Worst
Okay.
ones you can get.
Oh yeah,
Because that's a whole
smart.
different one. You can totally get. Totally get a whole different one on that vote. So some of the ones we missed here. Let's just we can cover this too really quickly.
Yeah.
Just like the regular Hershey's, like the regular Hershey's bar.
Yep.
Yeah, like the box of nerds. Here's one that potentially. So this is a polarizing one. Whoppers.
Ew.
That could go on best or
Yeah,
worst.
that's definitely. I'm
No,
surprised
that's
none of you. I'm surprised none of you with the candy corn.
Ugh.
Candy corn. Yeah, but see, the candy corn doesn't really. I feel like we're in a day and age where candy corn is kind of fading out as as something you get trick or treating.
I think it's atrocious.
Well, but they have to be at this point. They have to be in a little small bag. Like you can't just give somebody a handful of candy corn.
No loose.
Anybody that
Right, you
likes
can't
candy
give
corn
loose candy corn.
is a murderer.
Yeah. They give out apples.
Hi, have you
I
met
wouldn't-
me?
No, my
You
wife
could be a
loves
murderer.
candy
I wouldn't be
corn. It's
surprised.
crazy. You could be a murderer.
I might be a murderer. Look at me. I'm sitting in
And a
blue
wolf
light
hat.
with sunglasses on with a hat that says wolf
He looks
drinking a beer.
he looks like a sketch of somebody that you saw like murdering somebody.
This is going to be like the image that we see on the news when they're looking for him. It's going to be a cutout of our Twitch.
So here's two big ones that we missed. Like the M&M's family?
Oh yeah, we did
missed
miss
everything in
Fun
the
Dip.
M&M's
Do you have that in
family.
Canada?
Fun Dip,
we got Fun Dip.
Twizzlers, we missed that. So now here's where I could have been a dick and I could have done Reese's Pieces instead.
Yeah, I think that
But-
counts. Not as good as peanut butter cup though.
Right, but I could have taken it to protect myself, and I didn't. All right, so anyway, that was our Halloween candy draft. We're going to go one more Halloween-themed segment here, and this is going to be all Chamber here, because he's
I
been...
feel like it's not. I
What
feel
is
like
it?
Cynthia's gonna help me out with this one too.
Well, she will, but you're gonna
is it?
have to go with it. So
All right.
we are going with REKT Spooky Stories.
We need sound effects.
All right, Chamber. This was your baby. Let's go. What are we talking about here? Because you might
All right.
trip a memory here.
That's what I'm saying.
This
Everybody's
is a good
got
one.
one.
Right. This is a good one to do in the chat too. You might get some chat participation.
So it's October. Halloween's my favorite time of the year.
I don't.
I love
God, I
scary
must-
movies. I
must
love
have slept
candy.
through all of
I don't
September.
watch scary movies. I
Oh,
don't. I
yeah.
can't
Yeah,
handle it.
totally.
I'm the adult that still won't sleep with like their foot
the
hanging off the
NBA
bed because I'm
starts.
afraid of the monster underneath my bed.
Oh,
All right. Sorry, Chamber. Go.
Yeah, so love everything about October. So I felt with these shows in October, we should have a Halloween themed, especially for these Twitch streams, I think is going to be good. But my thought was, well, let's tell we always tell like REKT stories and real life REKT stories. We should tell some like spooky stories. Like everybody's usually got one where, they saw a UFO or saw a ghost or something, right? So I figured both of you guys would have one. But Bunchu, he says he's led a life of no paranormal activity, apparently. I assume Cynthia's got a ton of stories.
I believe in aliens and all kinds of crazy shit. Of course I do.
My tombstone is gonna read, "Here lies Bunchu, a life of normal activity."
Basic motherfucker.
Not paranormal.
So, Cynthia, do you have any ghost stories or anything that
I've got some first. Yes, I have ghost stories. Okay, listen up. This is creepy. Okay. Okay,
right, that's what I'm talking about, Bunchu.
I knew it.
Like when you get married and you register for stuff on your registry, you usually get like nice silver platters or whatever. So from my first, actually we were never married. I called off the engagement, but still.
Oh shit!
There was this one silver platter that they wouldn't let me return off my registry, so I have it in my kitchen. It's like this long silver, it's Arthur Court, if anybody out there knows that, but it has these two alligators on the end because we're big gator fans. SEC.
Oh, gross.
Anyways, okay, so it's a silver platter, and this counter that I used to have, if you moved the platter on the counter, it would leave this like little like silver mark behind. It was really weird, and I was always cleaning the counters. I am like freaking out because I'm hearing all kinds of weird shit in my house. And I'm like on the phone with my best friend, and I'm like, I'm telling you, there's some creepy shit going on in my house. And as soon as I'm talking to her, I hear my platter screech across my counter. I shit you not. And I'm thinking maybe I'm just hearing things, and I turn around, and there's a long line from this platter being screeched across my counter. It had moved. Not joking.
That's messed up.
Home alone and that kind of crazy shit happens. I was like, get me a hotel right now.
No, thank you. We're moving.
Chamber, before you go, because you have to go now. We're looking to the chat here, and Shill Collins, our boy, he's got some EVP recordings from a seance. He says 4 different occasions.
No shit.
Recorded.
Who is this?
So
I don't see it in my chat.
Shill Collins.
That's Shill Collins. It's he's
I
Exodus
think my chat
in the
is
chat.
delayed though.
Wow.
Anyway, but so you've got some backup here.
All right. See, I felt people had some stories in them.
I just don't. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, you know what?
Activities.
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, Bunch, obviously I like this kind of stuff. I'm looking for it. I think I really barely have one story. So it's okay that you don't. It's okay that you don't. I look for it pretty actively.
I want to hear you. I want to hear yours.
So, I've been to haunted places and like supposed haunted hotels and stuff like that. I never really got anything. But it was just the one occasion where I have something that was very strange. It was, we were just driving. We were coming back from a trip. My wife and I. This is before we had kids, so it was just the two of us in the car. And I'm on a stretch of highway in Ontario. It's huge. It's called Highway 401. It goes on forever. It's 100 lanes wide, and you can kind of just drive and talk and really not have to look at anything because there's just so much road. So I'm on this thing 5 times a week easily. So I know the road kind of like the back of my hand. We're probably 30-40 minutes from my home on this highway, and we're coming around this bend, and there's a median that divides both sides of the highway. So it's kind of about, I would say, it's a cement median, maybe 4 feet high. So you can easily see on the other side.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So as we're coming around this bend, I'm talking to my wife. We're chatting about whatever, and I notice there's a guy sitting, like, his back to me, his legs over the other side of the median, kind of just watching traffic. And I'm like, and we're like in the like it. This highway is not like, we're not anywhere that there would be, a guy just sitting there. There's no bridges. It's just the middle of the highway. Okay. And I'm like, well, maybe his car. And so I don't even say anything at first. I just kind of catch it out of the corner of my eye. And I'm talking to my wife. And about, 15, 20 seconds later, we're like, kind of look at each other. I'm like, did you see that? And we both said, we're like, was there a guy just sitting there, like watching traffic? And it was super weird. It was kind of like there, but wasn't there. Like, you know what I mean? Like kind of, I don't know. Like if you weren't looking directly at it, like you wouldn't have noticed him. And he was dressed in like, and so we were describing, like I didn't want to like, tamper with the evidence, so to speak. But I was just like, I'm like, what did you see? And then we both kind of said and it was like, yeah, he was dressed in kind of like 70s or 80s clothing, like tucked in like a plaid shirt, like tucked into like super tight jeans. Like, I don't know, it just seemed like tie-dye jeans. Like it was a weird
vibe,
like 80s type
Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah, it wasn't regular. It wasn't regular. It was definitely from an era. And I'm like, I didn't see a car. I mean, the logical explanation is
car broke down. Yeah,
could have been a car on the other side of the highway. But I'm saying the median is at a height where you would see the top of a car. So unless it was a super tiny little car, I guess. But it was very weird, and that's literally the only thing. And I drive by that section of road all the time, and I always look. I'm like, that was very weird.
All right, so I knew this would trip my memory as soon as you and you did it. You got me.
I knew there was something in there.
So I grew up in New Jersey, and Chamber, you can look this up, and there's an entire book that is published. It's called Weird New Jersey.
Okay.
And the whole thing is about...
Well, New Jersey's got the Pine Barrens. That's a pretty spooky place, right?
So there's this whole... If you look at this book, there's all these things in New Jersey that are weird. And one of the craziest things, and this is what reminded me of your story, because I had totally forgotten about this. Maybe I've been like Men in Blacked, but this is like high school. Like, this is high school. It's called Clinton Road.
All right.
And I'm actually looking at this now. Like, this is how famous it is. It's on roadtrippers.com, and it says Clinton Road, the most haunted street in America. And so Clinton Road, it was always... it was literally 10 minutes from my house, and is named for the now vanished settlement of Clinton in West Milford, or Passaic County, New Jersey. It has and has scared the hell out of people for decades. It's a heavily wooded area, almost no houses, and all this weird stuff happens. Like, people see this guy holding, and it's very similar to yours, this guy holding a lantern after you go on this one turn, and it's by this railroad crossing. There's this guy apparently that you see holding a lantern. I've never seen the lantern guy.
Interesting.
I've never seen the lantern guy, but it's right on Route 23 in New Jersey. So the craziest story was, we one time we went there, we got out of the car, and we were out in the woods, and no shit, the car started moving uphill.
Like by itself?
Really?
Yeah. Yes. And I wasn't we thought we were just seeing shit, and I don't know, we swear the car was moving uphill. And then there's Dead Man's Curve right on Clinton Road. It's crazy. There's apparently something called Ghost Boy Bridge. This was 10 minutes from my house. You tripped I must have been Men in Black.
Guys,
you just tripped my
guaranteed.
Dude, you just tripped my
How
whole
could
memory.
You forget that?
Go ahead, Cynthia. Dude, I'm telling you, when he mentioned this segment, I was like, I've got nothing, dude. I don't know.
I feel like you were abducted by
Maybe
aliens
it's
or
something
something.
that your brain is subconsciously trying to forget.
It was scary as
Okay,
shit.
but listen to this.
Now
I
that
can't believe I didn't
remember
tell this
it,
as my
but
number one
anyway.
story. We have this place called School 4 in my city, and it's been all over these haunted TV shows. They call it the Devil's School. It's one of the top most haunted places in the U.S., okay? And it's this big, 3-story building that's completely abandoned. Like, homeless people live in it. It's been this way for like 50 years. And it's like the thing for kids in high school to break into this place, like take down the wood on the windows and stuff to go in there at night. Because apparently, like, all these kids, they say there's like dead kids that are in there from this school, that they were all like beaten in this school, all these crazy stories. Anyways, it's the creepiest place ever. You can Google it. It's all over all the place. Like, all these shows, like these haunted shows, they film there, and you see the little lights, like the little, orbs or whatever, and just totally creepy shit. And we used to go there all the time when I was in high school, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it, and it was scary as shit.
That's awesome.
It's creepy because there's still like papers in there, like desks,
pretty damn good
like little
segment.
children's desks, and like papers all over the floor. It's so creepy. Yes.
Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you.
All right, this turned out to be a good segment. We can revisit this because now all these things are flooding back to me.
There you go.
But we've been going a little long with it, so we'll move on. Send us, if you're listening to this, your most REKT spooky stories. I want to hear Shill Collins
for sure.
EVP tapes for sure.
Does Shill Collins have P tapes though?
EVP tapes. Not
sorry.
Anyway, all right. So we are going to go back to Cynthia. This is be curveball.
Okay.
Actually, you didn't even know we were going to do this. We're going back to one of our all-time favorites and most fun segments.
Oh man.
MFK.
Here's a shot out of a cannon. Oprah, Barbara Walters, your wife. You gotta fuck one, marry one, kill one. Go. I think we're done here.
So we got two MFKs. We have one crypto related and one non-crypto related. We're gonna stick with the spooky theme here. So our first MFK is marry, bang, kill Freddy, Jason, Mike Myers.
Are you
Cynthia,
kidding
you
me?
can go first.
That is, how do you even pick from that?
It's easy. You have to.
I mean, you have to. Otherwise,
Who is it?
You
Freddie?
disqualify yourself from the competition.
Freddy, Jason, or Mike Myers?
Mike Myers.
All right, fine.
How
We'll
can
let
you even
Chamber go
differentiate
first.
between those three?
Easy.
You know he's
Easy.
itching. Yeah,
Easily.
He is itching to do this. All right, go
Okay.
ahead.
You bang Freddy right off the bat. The guy,
Why?
You could tell he's a freak. He's gonna be all self-conscious because all the burns and stuff like that. So he's gonna put out a little extra. You know what I mean?
Wow. Okay.
I know. I'm a sick MFer. Number
He's a
two.
sick fuck. He likes to quit.
That's right. Marry. You got to marry Jason. All right. He's super strong. He's
my
gonna
God.
protect your ass all the time. And he's quiet. And then Mike Myers, you kill him. He's not really bringing anything else to the table that Jason isn't, and I think Jason's stronger.
Interesting. All right. I will go. All right, so we're gonna have to write these down. Chamber, write these down because we're gonna have to have a poll on this too.
I think Dom likes my answer.
Well, all right. First of all, we're getting dumb on the show soon.
Yeah.
Please, like an emergency dumb broadcast at some point. I'm gonna go. See, I like what you're doing with Freddy. I do. But the hands might be too much for me.
Yeah, I mean, don't let him finger
scarred
blast
for
you or
life.
anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that might be too much. But like, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Just like not let him touch you? So I think
No, you could get maybe back scratches would be all right.
No, I don't. I don't know. It just might be too much. So I might. Okay, I have a dream to like live by a lake house.
Ooh.
And if we're gonna talk about like protection, Freddy could protect me at the lake house because he'll just be out killing other people, not me. I think maybe. So I'm gonna marry Freddy instead. I'm gonna bang Jason, kill Myers. Does that
makes sense.
work? Does that work?
I like that.
All right. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I mean, I think Myers. I think you're right. He brings the least to
the least
table.
to the table. I
Yeah.
agree. But I mean, at least he's human.
Well,
just
that's
crazy.
True. Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's a spin on it. The other two are kind of demons.
I have
think,
my answers now.
Yeah, close to it.
I'm gonna kill Freddy
Okay,
Krueger
let's go.
because he's still the reason why I won't hang my legs over the side of the bed, or a hand or anything. I'm going to bang Jason for the same reason that Chamber wanted to marry him, because I feel like he's strong and he'd be like rough. And then I'm gonna kill Michael Myers. I mean, marry Michael Myers.
We all
I'm
killed
marrying
Myers.
Michael Myers.
No, you're gonna
Just
marry
because
Michael
he's like
Myers.
the,
you're
he's the
marrying
least
Myers.
scariest of them.
He's a
All right,
Yeah, no, he is.
So we got three different different answers
perfect.
out there.
That's good.
Wow. All right, so that'll be fun to vote on, actually. All right, and now Chamber, for our crypto version, Chamber suggested we do former guests.
Man, for real?
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't like this one. So, the former guests that were chosen, I think this is a good group. Like, I'm going to have a hard time with this. Marry, fuck, kill, Bitlord, Shilnai, Need a Coin.
Oh God. Bitlord, Nye, and Need a Coin. Okay, well, I don't
And
like
Need a
Canadians,
Coin, yeah.
so I'm going to kill Need
but-
a Coin. I knew you'd like that one, Chamber.
Wow.
I mean, did we... Yeah, but I mean,
This
did
is so
you expect
easy now that I
anything
think
different?
about
She's
it. I'm
missed
going to marry
both.
Nye, because Nye is like so nice and positive all the time. I feel like he'd be my cheerleader, like in my corner, like, yeah, babe, today's your day, rock it, And obviously I'm going to bang Bitlord, because you know he's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's actually not
That
a
was
bad
super
that's not a
easy.
bad choice.
Some good answers there.
Okay. Okay. Chamber, you want to go first? Or you want me to do it?
You go ahead.
Okay. Well, I think I'm also going to.
Everybody's going to bang Bitlord.
You guys don't even know.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we're gonna get a little opposite from Chamber here. I think I'm going to. Man. So if I'm just going if I'm gonna bang Bitlord, I think I'm gonna marry Need a Coin, because Need a Coin's gonna give me the most sound. Like I think I can count on him to give me the sound financial advice to keep our family
The
afloat.
kids are involved now.
But
That's smart. That's smart.
Because, well, I mean, look, that's
a good answer.
Who's better at investing in shitcoins, me or Need a Coin? Definitely not me. So Need a Coin, but I am addicted to shitcoins, so I'm gonna let that fall on Need a Coin, and I can be his little, hey honey, how you doing today? You should probably invest in these 185 shitcoins. So I'm going with Need a Coin, and
How are you
I'm
gonna
sorry,
kill
Shill.
Shil
I
Knight?
love you.
He's like the
I'm-
most positive person in crypto.
It's just, yeah, have you listened to this show? There's nothing positive about it. I'm sorry, Shill. It's just how the cards shook out.
No, we
I
don't.
love you
Nope.
so, but I just can't. Well, here's why I'll kill Shill Nye. He won't even
You
show
can't
me his
trust
face.
him.
How am I supposed to bang him or marry him?
Yeah.
Right, I can't.
I gotta see your full face.
All right, those are mine.
All right.
Oh,
Guys,
this
you guys
should
are
be
way
good.
off. Okay. First of all,
Wait, are we
First
gonna
of
get
all-
3 different ones again?
yeah,
All right.
you're gonna bang Need a Coin. Okay. Because I don't know if you know this or
Wow.
not, but us Canadians,
Oh, God, here we go.
throw it down. Okay.
That is. If I've ever seen.
On love making alone. All right. It's Need a Coin. All right.
If I ever saw someone compensating for something, that is it right there.
I'm just trying to make us Canadians feel better. I feel
Whatever,
like
Canadians are
we
so
throw down a
nice.
little
You'd be like
bit, right?
overly
Yeah.
nice in bed.
Does this feel good? Oh, sorry. Anyway,
And then at climax, we just yell the name of the current prime minister.
And the weirdest thing, it's all maple syrup.
It's 98% maple syrup.
Oh my god.
I don't know what the other 2% is. All right, so
All right, so you're marrying
banging.
Nita Coin.
No,
Oh no, you're banging
Oh,
Nita
God.
Coin. Sorry.
If you're not marrying Shulnai, I don't know what you're doing.
Thank
the guy
you, I know.
is there to make your life better. All right, that's it. And unfortunately, I have to kill Bitlord because that guy's just too GD handsome for my liking. I couldn't make love to somebody that's better looking than me, and I couldn't marry somebody.
Have you met your
Right?
wife?
No, don't tell her she's good looking. She doesn't know yet. I just nag her all the time. Like,
Oh, honey, this casserole is trash. Oh my goodness. Well, all right,
Yeah.
there we go. So, did you write these down? Read them back to us.
I didn't write any of these down. I got no, I did write for Cynthia. She is going to kill Freddy, bang Jason, and marry Michael Myers. I'm going to bang Freddy, marry Jason, and kill Michael Myers. And what are you doing?
I was marrying Freddy, killing Michael Myers, banging Jason.
Marry Freddy, killing Michael Myers.
Yeah. And then, all right. So for the crypto ones, I was banging Bitlord, marrying Nita Coin, and unfortunately killing Shill.
I killed the Canadian,
And I was
married Nye, and banged Bitlord.
mistake number 1.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think she's prejudiced towards Canadians. I'm going on the record. It's happening.
I mean, I think, dude, if you go back and listen to last week's live stream, she dropped a hard C
A hard
couple
C.
times. Just the straight Canadian.
with a little venom behind it.
I
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a
legitimately
lot
love
of
Chamber,
venom behind
But I
the
have some
Canadians.
bad history with Canadians. I'm sorry.
That's fair. That's fair. We're not all Tim Hortons and maple syrup, you know.
All right, so that was I still think that now that we haven't done it in a couple weeks, that's one of my favorite segments.
100%. That's
still.
so much
It's
fun.
Definitely so much fun. All right, last one of the night. We got an update on the REKT index.
Brutal, savage, REKT.
Chamber,
How
what do we
poor
got?
are we?
What do we have indeed? We are. You know what? I don't think we're doing too horribly. We are. Wait a second here. I'll pull up the right one. We are up just under 6% in BTC value. I mean,
Okay.
that's where you want to be.
That's where you want to be,
But,
TC.
You got it. You know me. We're up 73% in
Nice.
Ethereum value, and we are up. We are down. Actually, not too bad. Only 10% USD.
Oh, we're making the climb.
We're coming back.
Fantastic. We are doing all right.
Some of our top performers, Quant, is still at the top of that list.
Hold on,
Followed-
wait. Yeah, but hold on. Tell me what Quant is at, because guess what? We still never sold it.
That's
You
okay. We'll wait for the
degens.
next pump.
Oh, the next pump, as in it's lower than the last time we talked about it.
I mean, you didn't sell it. You were trying to, right?
You dick.
We're still up almost 400% on. So it's not bad. But another one that came out of nowhere, Tomo. I think that was a
Oh yeah,
Birch
this week. Yeah.
Yeah, we've made. Where are we up? We're up 110% on that one.
Wow.
Not bad.
Tomo Origato, Mr. Roboto.
Tomo. Tomo.
All right. That's all you got for REKT index?
That's all I got. I don't want to talk about those losers at the bottom.
Wait, come on. Let's go a little below the chamber line.
Well, it's always the same ones. It's always
yeah, right. But
it's the
we
gentleman
might have
of
some
circumstance.
we might have some new listeners. You never know.
Okay, it's down at the dirty bottom. Oh, XDNA pulling up the rear.
At
How much loss?
yeah. You got to come
lot
on.
of
Let's
loss.
go. We got the good, the bad, the ugly.
73% loss. That's a tough one. Z Classic down towards the
that
bottom.
was Mr. Backwards.
Mr. fucking Backwoods.
48%.
Okay, hold on. Now here's the lesson that I'm going to teach you with Quant. When he gave us Z Classic, it pumped almost 3x from that time, and we didn't sell it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. What's this one? Nebulous?
Yep.
Also down at the bottom. You know what? We're 48% with Z Classic, and what did I say with this one? Nebulous was down 39. So even at the bottom, it's still not too awful, except for the one is pretty hurt.
It's all right. You win some, you lose some. Every next bull run, though, it'll all just be how much.
Well, that's what we said. XDNA is a long-term hold.
Right. Sure. We're hodling. We're whatever.
Whatever you want to say. All those pleasantries.
Every day we hodling. Boop 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 boop. Anyway. All right, so that's gonna do it for us. So that's all we got for segments. Here's the weekly reminder, the bi-weekly reminder. Like us on iTunes, please. Those 5-star reviews go a long way, and we don't have enough of them, quite honestly. I want to see way more than that. Please, 5-star review us, like us. Comment, give us your best spooky story, tell us your favorite Halloween candy draft, give us your MFK on Bitlord, Shill, or Needcoin. Who cares? Just tell us what you think. And follow us on Twitter at REKT_podcast. Join our Telegram. It's fun. Everybody's in there. I swear, all of my friends are in. Everybody's in there. It's huge. It's huge. Bigly.
It's a big deal.
A big deal.
It's the biggest Telegram I've ever seen, actually.
It's t.me/rekt_podcast. And that's it for us. So until next time, don't get wrecked. And that is financial advice.